Hi, welcome to Spread the Happiness TV, and this summer we've got 50 things to do this summer. So what number are you up to? Now, I have been on holiday now for nearly 2 weeks. This isn't my house, this is another house in a very hot country. But I've been thinking of like shebangs, because number 48 is create your own shebang. So if you want to know how to create a shebang that's going to excite your family, your children, all the adults living in your house or even in your workplace, then keep watching, because have I got a shebang for you. Woo! Okay, so for this shebang, I love those colour runs, but I'm not a fit person, so I'm like, I don't really want to go on a run, but I would love people just to throw that coloured powder over me. And I used to think it was powder paint, but then I started thinking surely powder paint isn't really the best thing to be throwing on people. So I had a Google and I discovered that it's really easy to make. It's corn flour starch, or corn flour we call it in the UK. So I went to the supermarket, I got myself a bag of corn flour. It's upside down, I opened it upside down, and this is basically how you make it. So you probably know yourself how to make corn flour glue, and so I'm sticking it all in. There is a measurement online, but I'll just say 1/3 of a packet will make you enough powder to really have a shebang, okay? So you make the glue like you normally make the glue. You pour in the water, not too much because it has to dry out. So you don't want it to be too much, but you want it to be thick enough to be able to stir. So I'm making that now, can you see that? Ooh, spread the happiness. And add a bit more water. Once the gloop is forming, I mean, gloop is such a great shebang anyway, isn't it? But like, we've all done it, I know. And everybody who's watching is probably like, yeah, we've all done that gloop. Okay, can you see that? Now, I'm lucky because I'm abroad, and their colouring, food colouring is like super numbered up probably, I don't know. But try and get some really good food colouring. This one is rose pink. Can you see that? Rose pink I'm using. So let's have a look. Now you don't be stingy, get the whole bottle in there because you want the colours and the colour run to be really vivid, don't you, when you're throwing them at the people. So, there. Whoa, look at this is amazing. So, obviously I'm mixing it all in so that, and it's quite tricky this bit. I think you could let the children make it. I think it would be exciting to make your own colours as well. So if you've got a themed party, you could make themed colours to go with your themed party. If you're having a football party, or if you're just having a general rainbow cakey kind of party shebang, look at that. Wow, that is an amazing rose pink. Now, this is the bit, because I've been preparing for this shebang now for about 3 days, because you have to leave it to dry. And obviously I'm really fortunate because I'm on holiday in a hot country. It only takes 24 hours, but in UK or other countries it might just take you a little bit longer. So put it somewhere safe and dry. In this case for me it's the windowsill, so I'm going to put that on the windowsill. And guess what though, I've got one I made earlier. Woohoo! Here we go, look at this. This is my green powder. Look how it's set, absolutely rock hard. So what I do is I get a fork and I like fork it out basically. And then that creates like big chunks of powder like this, okay? Now you don't want to be throwing that at somebody, you might knock an eye out. So the next stage, once you've done that, is to put it into a baking tray. Here's what I made earlier. This is orange. How brilliant is that? But again, look, it's in big chunks. Now, if your powder isn't totally dry, put it in the baking tray, switch your oven on, preheat it up to the hottest temperature, switch it off, put your baking tray in. I'm pointing over there because my oven's over there. Put your baking tray in, leave it for about 3 to 5 minutes, but with the oven switched off, take it out, and it should look like this. Once it looks like this, we need to grind it. Now, my Jasmine, she did this for her photography project apparently, and used a pestle and mortar. I'm gonna get a bit more modern, and I'm going to use a NutriBullet. And we've all got blenders and things like that at home, and those bzz things, I can't think of the word. So, here's some I made earlier again. So you can see I've been really organised for this shebang, but it's going to be just amazing. So here it is. This is blue in my NutriBlender, so I'm going to switch that on. Obviously, adults only with the NutriBlender. And blend up the powder. And I'm going to try and switch it off. Now what's happened now is we've made a powder, like a chalk powder. You can even see that coming out of the thing. And then the powder is then ready. There's some red and some white. So if you were having a street party for the Queen, you could have some red, white and blue. And then I'm gonna get on and I'm gonna grind up the orange and the green, and then I'll see you for the shebang. If you like this, please can you like the button below, and can you subscribe to the channel, because then we can get loads and loads of ideas and really spread the happiness. The other thing to do is download the 50 things to do this summer, share it, tweet it, Facebook it, and send in pictures. Send us pictures. We love it when you're doing stuff from it. Let's make this summer a real summer to remember. See you for the shebang.